Cool. Am I audible clearly to you?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Print statement in Python. There are 9 ways I told you, right? So let me just quickly brief what I am going to cover in print statement. So first will be simple usage of print. Then next will be uh, printing multiple values in same line. Then next will be print using format function. Then after that, fourth will be print using ampersand operator. And okay, four. And then next will be, fifth one will be print using f string. So what is f string and all those things I'm going to cover in that. And sixth will be print using separator and keyword. And then printing new line and in same line, how to do that. And seven we have covered, right? Eighth one will be print using single, double, and triple quotes. And ninth will be print using. Okay. So these are the things that we are going to cover in today's video. Hold on, please, 1 second. Okay. And I just want to ask you, so should I continue in Jupyter Notebook itself or should I continue in IDE? I was thinking I'll continue in Jupyter Notebook, but in real situation, you will be doing the coding in IDE only, right? So whatever you suggest, I'll take that approach. So you can print your choice in the chat.
How about VS Code?
Sorry.
VS Code, how about VS Code?
Yeah, VS Code also we can use and PyCharm also we can use. So VS Code I will be, so I'm planning to use both PyCharm and VS Code. So VS Code I'll be using when we will be building the frameworks, Agentic AI frameworks. PyCharm for small, small development that we'll do, machine learning and deep learning. And Jupyter Notebook is what I was thinking to demonstrate the Python examples. So probably let's use Jupyter Notebook.
So in actual environment, what we will be?
So actually, see, the thing is that, so in data science and ML world, uh, they use either PyCharm or VS Code. But for the research work, what they do, they sometimes, make the notebooks and then share within the team. So that's why I wanted to cover all these three so that you are comfortable uh, in Jupyter Notebook also, as well as PyCharm, as well as VS Code also.
Yeah, I think we can go with Jupyter Notebook because these are the simplest thing. And simple thing we can learn through
Yes.
that.
So from machine learning onwards, I will use PyCharm. And in between also, I mean, I'll keep on, shifting the usage into these three things so that you will be comfortable in all those.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we are going to see, we are going to see simple usage of print. Okay. Let me go to Jupyter Notebook and let me make this a markdown cell. Okay. Usage of print statement in Python. Okay. Shift enter will execute. Okay, what happened? Okay, usage of print statement in Python. First is simple usage of print statement. Okay.
Abhinav, what you suggest, should we also write it uh, parallelly with you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can try out parallelly. Probably in IDE or Jupyter. I mean, it's up to you. That will be the best thing. Okay, so first is simple usage of print statement. Okay, now when I'm talking about simple usage of print statement, what I mean is that so you can print the direct value, or second is print using a variable. Okay, now printing using a direct value. What does it mean? So when you do print 50, so you can see here this 50 is the direct value that I'm giving here, right? It's a direct value. Similarly, you can use print any value. So there are many data types, right? Sequence type, list, set, all those things. So you can directly print those values. Let's say I'm taking one set, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are direct values that I'm writing. Print true. So true is a Boolean type. Print none. None is also one of the type, right? And okay, small p. Next is print, let's say any other data type, string I am taking. So these are the direct values. If I'll run this, you can see it is printing the direct values here, right? So simple usage of print statement. It means the first one was using direct value. Printing the direct values. Okay, so this is the first usage. Now second usage is printing through variable name. Okay, what I mean is that let's say if I define a variable a equal to Python, and then I am giving a in the print statement. So it is printing through variable name, and if I'll run it, it is simple. It will just print out the value. Okay. Cool. And this value can be anything, right? Instead of Python, let's say if I'm giving any data type, let's say I'm giving a list, a tuple. Okay. So it can be a tuple, and if I'll run it, it will print the value. Now let's say instead of tuple, I am giving a dictionary. So dictionary, if I'll give, so key value pair will be there. Some key value pair I am giving just randomly. Okay. A I am giving 23, B I am giving Akash. If I'll run this, it will print it. So this was about the simple usage of print statement, where you can print two ways, printing directly the values and printing through variable name. Okay. So this is simple usage. Now let's go to the mind map. So we have covered this, right? This is covered. Now second thing is printing multiple values in same line. Okay, this can also be done in two ways. Print using plus operator, concatenation we call it, and then second is print using comma operator. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? Let's see that. So second is printing multiple values in the same line. Okay, so this is printing multiple values in the same line. In this, first is print using plus operator. Okay, now it is a little bit, you have to just pay attention. So let's say I'm giving A equal to AI. Okay, and then I'm printing print, and here I'm writing ML plus A. Okay, so when I'll run it, you can see it is printing MLAI. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now, if you can pay close attention here, you can see that this print statement, I'm using this plus symbol, right? And I'm concatenating. So it is concatenating these two strings. So if I'll ask you how many parameters this print statement is taking in this case, there is only one parameter. Even if you'll keep on concatenating, the parameters in the print statement will be one. So when I talk about the not parameter, should be argument here. How many arguments print statement accept? Print function accepts. So it can be 0 argument, 1 argument, or more than 1 argument. Okay. So here in this case, when I'm using this concatenation sign, it is accepting, I mean, overall, it is just a 1 argument, right? So it is just concatenating here, and there is no additional space that got added here. Whereas when I'll use the second case, where I'll use print using comma operator, in this case, let's say if I'm giving A equal to AI, and then I'm using print ML comma A. Now in this case, how many parameters the print statement is accepting? Here it is accepting 2. Whereas in the above case, the number of parameters are 1, right? So whenever there are multiple parameters in print statement, so how can you add multiple parameters in print statement or in any function or method, right? You use comma to add it, correct? So this is first, this is second. So in print statement, if you are using multiple arguments, then each of these value will be separated by comma. So what I mean is that if I'll run it, you can see this, right? ML and then there is a space and then AI. Whereas in this ML plus A, it is just MLAI without comma. What is the reason? Because in this concatenation, when we are using, it is just accepting, I mean, it is just considered as one argument, whereas here it is considering more than one argument. Let's say if I'll add ML, AI, and then more things I am adding agentic AI, and this print statement can accept any number of parameter using comma, and it can be any type of value it can accept. So here I'm accepting just string. Let me add some more data types. Int I am adding, float I am adding, boolean I am adding. Let me add a list also here. List added. And what else? What else? Let's add set also. Okay. So now you can see how many arguments are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arguments in this print statement. So using comma operator, I can have multiple parameters that I can add. And if I'll run it, each of these value will be printed in same line, right? With separated by a space. So if I'll run this, you can see all of these values got printed, but are separated by a space. Whereas if I'll keep on concatenating values here, directly if I'll try to concatenate int value, if I run it, it will show error because in concatenation, it has to be first converted into a string. So this concatenation happens. The value that you are giving in the concatenation should all be string. So if I want to concatenate 23 here, so I have to convert it into a string like this. And if I'll run it now, it will print the value, but there is no space and it is continuous value. Okay. So this is about printing multiple values in same line. First using plus operator, then second using comma operator. Okay. What is next thing? So we have covered this print using format function. Now here also it can be used in 3 ways. First, by using curly braces. Second is using positional argument. Third is using keyword arguments. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this now. So next is print using format function. Okay. Okay. The first usage is using curly braces. Okay, what is curly braces? Okay, so what is curly braces? So what is the usage of curly braces? So let's say I am using print and then whatever value I want to dynamically replace in the print statement within, let's say, double quotes, I will use curly braces. So how? Like this. Curly braces and curly braces are programming languages. Okay. So what I did here inside a print statement, I have defined a string. So this is a string, correct? And these are the placeholder that I have put using the curly braces. Okay. Now, if I want to replace the value in curly braces, I'll use format function, format. And then I can use whatever I want to replace. So Java, comma, Python. Now what is happening here? So Java will be replaced in first placeholder, and then Python will be replaced in this second placeholder, and it will print the value. So if I'll run it, very good. Okay, what it is giving? Okay, I am missing this one extra comma, bracket, right? So if I'll run it, so okay.
Starting also one bracket has to come
No.
after
Here
print.
I was giving this additional bracket here. It should not be
Correct.
additional bracket because format function is applied over string. So string and then on that dot format. Okay. So Java is replaced here and Python is replaced here. So Java and Python are programming language. Now this replacement that you are doing, it should not just be string, right? It can be anything. So let's say Okay. I'll use one more print statement. Okay. Now here instead of Java, I am giving, let's say 23, and instead of Python, I can give, let's say dictionary. So A2, comma, name, let's say I'm giving Priya. Okay, so this 2 will be replaced to, sorry, this first one will be replaced with integer value, and this second will be replaced with a dictionary. So if I'll run this, so you can see here output 23 and this dictionary are different data types value. So this is the usage of format function using curly braces. Second, using positional argument. Okay, one more thing to be noted here. If I look closely inside print statement still have just one argument, right? There is no comma used anywhere. In this as well as in this, how many arguments this print statement is accepting? One argument only. Okay. And let's say if you want to, okay, if you do this like this here, what will happen now? How many arguments this print statement have? This print statement have this, first of all, this thing is first argument, and then hello world is second argument. So in the output, when I'll run, this line will be printed, and then space will be there here, and then hello world will be printed. Let's see that. Let me give hello world. Okay, let's run this. So you can see here, this is the first argument value that printed, then space is added because we are using comma here, and it has more than one argument, this print statement, and then hello world got printed. So when you are attending some of the tricky questions, so these kind of questions you can face. So this is about using curly braces. Okay, let's move to the next one. Using positional arguments. Okay. Okay, now what I mean by positional argument? Let's say I'll just copy paste this statement here. And instead of just giving these curly braces, I'll give some positional argument that, okay, this will be represented by index 0 and this is represented by index 1. And by default, dot format when I'm using, so this format is again a function, right? And this function is how many argument it is accepting? 2 arguments, right? 0th index argument is Java and first index argument is Python. So this thing 0 wala will be replaced at this place where I'm mentioning 0. 1 wala will be replaced here. Again, the output will be same if I'll run, right? Now, instead of 0 and 1, I can, let's say, 1 and 0 I'm giving here, 1, comma, 0. Now, what will happen here? So, 0, this is there, and 1, this is there. So, 0 wala will be replaced yahan pe, and 1 wala will be replaced here. So, in this second line, the output will be Python and Java are the programming language. So if I'll run this, you can see Python and Java are the programming language. Third way, if let's say I'm giving 1 and 1 here, both. So what will happen in this case? Python is at 1, so Python will be replaced here also, and Python will be replaced here also. So it will print Python and Python are programming language. So if I'll run this, Python and Python are programming language. And let's say if I'll just give blank value and 1, let's see what happens in this case. It will throw error because if you are using, either you use positional parameter in all the places or don't use at all. Okay, so if you are using at one place and not at other, so it will give error. So you have to use it everywhere if you are using it. Okay, so this is about positional parameter. One more thing, if I will give, so here are only 0 and 1 index present in format, right? If I'll give 1 and 2, 2 is not present. So what will happen? It will throw index error. So index error is coming, replacement index 2 out of range for positional argument tuple. Okay. So this will print index error. Now third part is using keyword arguments, right? We have seen this, now we are seeing this example. So let me copy this only and do some changes here. And okay, positional arguments, keyword argument. So positional argument, when I'm talking, I am talking for these arguments of format function. Keyword argument, when I'm talking, I'll be again talking about these parameters that I have to give in format function. So format function should accept keyword arguments. What are keyword arguments? Argument that you provide using key value. So key is A, value is Java. And let's say key is some random key P and value is, okay, instead of P, let's give T and the value is Python. So here I can, let's say I'm giving T here and A here. So this is usage using the position keyword argument. If I'll run it, it will again print Python and Java programming language. Again, T and T also I can use. Python and Python are programming language, and A and T that we have used. So Java and Python are programming language. If I am providing any key which is not mentioned, let's say I am giving A, comma B. So B is not mentioned anywhere here, right? So what will happen? It will give key error. So when I run this, you can see it is giving key error that B is not present. Here it is giving key error because key was not present. Here index was not present, so index error. So difference between the error I am just teaching you. So this is index error. The below one is key error. So using keyword arguments. Okay, so we have seen these things, right? These are done. Next is, fourth one is using ampersand operator. Okay, let's see that. Print using ampersand operator. Okay. How to skip this? Second. Mhm. Escape character, backslash only, right? 1 second, wait. Backslash and then backslash. Okay. Let's remove it. One second. Why this is not taking at all? Invalid syntax. Okay, sorry about it.
Code option selected है.
Yes, correct. Okay, so print using ampersand operator. Now, what is ampersand? So ampersand is basically, we call it as a format specifier. So let me write it down here. This is known as format specifier. What is format specifier? So there are different format specifiers. So let me, I have written that in my slides. Let me open that. Okay. So these are format specifiers. So first of all, first ampersand that you will be using in print statement, this will be the interface between format specifier and their values. What are format specifier? %d. So it's a format specifier. It represents integer value. Okay, let me just uh, use one of the example, and then you will get the context that I'm trying to say. So I'm using print. The value is, and here I am giving %d. So this is this is format specifier I'm mentioning, and this is a string, right? And on string, I will just use again one more ampersand symbol, what I said, because here in this line I'm saying ampersand is also interface between format specifier and their value. So this is a interface, this is a format specifier, and the value I will mention here. And the value, let's say I'm mentioning 2. And if I'll run it, it will print the value is 2. Again, if you'll note here, how many argument print statement is accepting here? One argument only, right? Because this ampersand, this I'm applying on string. So just, don't do silly mistake of, writing down this and then comma and something like this. So it will happen if you'll write down first time. So this is for int. So instead of int, if I'll give float, what will happen? I think it will discard 0.3. Let's see. Okay, it is discarding 0.3 because this has to be integer. Okay. So 0.3. Let's take one more example, and let's, instead of integer value, I am giving string value. What will happen in this case? It will throw error. It will say that %d should be a real number, not str. Okay. So here, what error? Type error, because you have typed it incorrectly. That is why type error and not index error or key error, type error. Okay. And there are other format specifiers also, like %f float, %c, %s string, then single character octal. There are many. Let's say I'm using %f. %f I am using, and if I am running it, it is giving 2 point and then 6 after decimal places, 6 zeros. Let's say percent 0.2f I am giving, and if I'm running, so this 2 represents that 0 should be there should be two digits after decimal places. If I'm giving like this, if I'll run, so it will take two digits after decimal places. It will round off. It will, it will round off. Total significant digit concept you might have studied in your school days, right? So this two represent total significant digits after decimal. So it is rounding off like this. So yeah, someone is asking.
percent s with number.
Yeah. We'll see that. Let's say if I'm giving %s here, which is a string, and number if I'll give, so it will basically by default convert 2 into a string value. So this 2 printing here is a string value, whereas this 2 that got printed here was integer value. And again, %s, let's say anything which you will give. Percent means a string is the most compromising data type. It can convert anything into a string. Let's say I'm giving list also here. If I'll run it, it is the list that got printed. Okay, let me think of any other example. Okay, %d, percent. Okay, let's take octal. Let's say the value is %o. O represent octal value, and here octal value I am giving 12. So this is integer value, so it will print the what it will print? It will print the octal equivalent value of decimal. This is a decimal number, right? Decimal number 12. So let's see क्या आता है. I think 13, 14 around something like it will come. Okay, 14 is coming. So the value is 14. So it is basically converting it into the octal format. Okay, so let me just share this screenshot in the chat section with you guys. Okay, and some of the good examples also I have written down here that also I will just paste. There are a lot many. Okay. So this is about print statement or printing the value using ampersand operator. Okay, so let's go to the mind map. So this is done. Now let's see print using f string. Okay. So print using f string, very important, and it has been used. I mean, this is one of the most used thing if you'll go in a production grade Python code. This is what is used mostly. So let's see print using f string. Print using f string. Okay, what is f string? Let me do blackboarding. Okay. So when we talk about f string, so it got introduced from Python 3.6 version. Before that, format function was primarily used. But in Python 3.6, f string got introduced, and then the developers across the world were preferring usage of f string in their code. Now, to specify a string as a f string, just put f in front of the literal. Okay, I'll just go through this slide only. It will be much clearer. So to specify a string as a f string, just put f in front of that string literal. And with f string, you can format a string or you don't format a string. Okay, first of all, when I'm talking about a string can be f string or it can be normal string. Okay. So when I'm putting f string, I'm putting f string to format the string. So if I'm putting f in front of f string, I have an option to either format it or don't format it. Both options I have. But normal string, if I have, I cannot format it, right? I can format it using format method, right? Something like this. So that's what it means, that with f string, you can format a string or don't format at all. And to format a value in f string, add placeholder. Okay, I'm just reading out these lines and then I'll cover these one by one. And then this placeholder can contain variables, operations, function, modifiers, all those things. Heavy concept, right? So let's see this one by one. Okay. If I'll go back, just simple usage I will show you. Let's say a equal to Python I am giving. And I'm printing print. I will be using placeholder. I was using placeholder in format function also, right? Here also I'll use format function. And in order to make any string as f string, I'll use f keyword and then I will start writing the string. This is, and whatever I want to replace, I will use this, and inside this, whatever value I want to use. So this, first of all, this is a placeholder, correct? What is this? This is a placeholder. Now this placeholder can have variables. It can have operations. Inside placeholder, you can have variables, operations, functions, and modifiers. Now, when I'm talking about variables, so variables you can directly you can use variable inside it, or you can use variable name, the way in which we are using currently, right? Variable name. When I'm talking about operations, so operations you can put, the operation means plus operation, minus operation, multiplication. So these operations also you can, first way is on direct values, you can put these operation on direct values. Direct value means 2 plus 3 you are giving. So those are direct value. 2 and 3 are direct values. Second is on direct variable. Let's say a equal to 2, b equal to 3. So a plus b you can give. That is on direct variables. And third is mix match. So you can give 2 plus a, and a ka value initially you might have defined some variable, let's say 3. So that's a mix match. Functions. When we talk about functions, so it can be, you can use either inbuilt function inside this placeholder, or you can define your own function and then you can use it. So it's a custom function. And modifiers are basically something which you include using colon colon symbol like this. So what this modifier is? So I'll come to that. But this is the overall thing that inside placeholder you can do using f string. Okay, zoom it. And let me share this. It will be really very helpful for you guys to understand this particular thing that I've explained you. Okay. Okay, I have shared this. Okay, so let me open that side by side also. Okay, so we will see use inside placeholder, we will be using variables. Okay, variables directly and using variable name. So यहाँ पे I have used using variable name, right? This is Python. So first is placeholder. Placeholder में what you are giving variable, and this is using variable name. Second is we will give direct value. Okay, so direct value, how I can do direct value? Print and f string. This is direct value I'm giving 2. So if I'll run it, this is 2. Excuse me guys, I think I have someone on the gate. Give me 2 minutes please. So this is using variable name. Okay, and there was one more concept. What is that? Let me 1 second. So I have told you that using f string, you can format the string or you don't format at all. Correct? What I mean is that, so let's say if you are using print f string, I am giving this is and some placeholder I am putting, and like this, if I'll run it, inside placeholder you have to give some value. This is, so you are formatting it, right? And you decide not to format also. Print f, this is also a f string. So when you are not deciding to format at all, you don't use any placeholder. When you don't format any value in f string, don't use a placeholder. So here f string is basically treated as normal string also and usual f string also. Okay. Second, okay, placeholder wala we have seen. Now next thing is placeholder mein variable we have seen, right? What is next? Variable mein direct and variable name both we have seen. Next is operations. Okay. So what is operations? Placeholder may we are checking operations. So let's say, and placeholder में operations on direct value, on direct variables, mix match. ठीक है. Let's say directly on values. So this, okay. Sum is, I am giving 2 plus 3. Okay. Let's see what happens if we'll run it. It is printing 5. So this is directly on values or numbers. Now let's use it on variables. Okay, so if I'm giving a equal to 3, b equal to 4, then print f string I'm using, sum is a plus b, like this. Okay, so if I'll run it, it will print sum is 7. So this is directly on variables, right? Third was mix match, right? So let's do mix match. So print f string, and then I'm putting sum is 2, or let's say 30 plus a, I'm giving here. So this is what? This is mix match scenario. If I'll run it, it will still work. Sum is 33. So this is what placeholder as operation. So what we have seen here, we have seen this, correct? Now we have seen this also. Next is functions ka we will see. Okay. So next is placeholder. In placeholder, I am using functions. Okay. Inbuilt function. So when I'm talking about inbuilt and custom, both are there, right? So let's use inbuilt function. So this is, and how can I use inbuilt function? Let's say this is, and before that, I'll give a equal to Python, and in this I am giving a dot inbuilt matlab whatever is provided by Python. So on a string, upper is one of the function provided by Python. So like this, if I'll do, it's a usage of inbuilt function inside a placeholder. If I'll run it, it will print this is Python, right? So this is inbuilt function. Now next is custom function. Okay, so custom function के लिए what we will do, we will define one function. Okay, and how to define function I will teach you separately, but right now you can just think that you can just understand that to define a function in Python we use the word def. Let's define function sum. Sum function, or some function can confuse you with inbuilt function also. So let's give some intuitive name. Okay, let's take Nita's name. So Nita's function, and what it will accept? It will accept two parameters, a comma b, and then inside this function, what I will do, I will just sum it up and return a plus b. So this is my function, Nita's function. Now I'll use print statement, print, and I'll use f string. And inside the f string, the sum is I'm doing, and I'm using placeholder. And what I have to use placeholder, inside placeholder, I have to use function. And what kind of function? Custom function, this one, Nita's function. Okay. So placeholder is there. Inside it, I will use this Nita's func. I'm calling custom function. And let me pass some values here like this. And if I will run this, it is printing this. The sum is 88. Okay. So this is usage of custom function. Okay. Yeah. So placeholder, inside placeholder, we are using functions and custom function. Also, there is one important point. So people who have worked in Java and object-oriented programming, so the order where you define this function, sorry, method in Java, either you define it here or you define it after print statement, it doesn't matter, right? Because that's a modularized methods that you create in Java or OOPS specific languages. But in Python, it is very important because it's a functional and procedural programming. The order matters a lot. So before, what I mean is that, so you are using Nita's function at this line, right? So when you are using this function should already be defined above this line here. If I try to move this function after this line, if I'll run it, okay, maybe it is converting internally, but the order is basically important. And 1 second. What I mean is that, so when you are using and running in a script, it is interpreted line by line. So maybe I don't know, this has been compiled internally, but when you are using it and the interpreter is running line by line, so when you are using this statement, this Nita's function should be defined before that. I don't know why it is running here. It should
Maybe we
actually.
can copy paste in the next one and then change some value
No, wait.
Only function.
because it would have saved somewhere in the cache.
No, then what we can do, we can just,
Copy this function and just do some change
we will
in the next one.
restart the kernel. Okay, it is, see here. I have restarted because it was stored in the cache memory. It is giving the error, name error. That name Nita's function is not defined. So in order to use this, you have to define it before using it. Okay. So this is about placeholder with as a function in it. Okay. Next is placeholder may you will be using what? You will be using modifiers. Okay. What are modifiers? So in order to use modifiers, you have to use colon symbol. Okay. So let me give you an example. Let's say a equal to 45 I am giving, and I'm using print, and I'm using f string. I'm studying f string here, and this is, and what I'm using placeholders in f string, and inside placeholder, what I'm studying modifier. So I'll use modifier on a, and in order to use modifier on a, I'll be using colon symbol, and after colon, I can use modifiers. What are different modifiers available? So this I have taken the screenshot from W3 schools. You can also visit that. These are the different formatting styles or formatting type you can use after colon. So colon is there, and then F is there, and then there are many things. So if I use F, and if I'll run, it will just convert this number into float type. Similarly, instead of F, so by default it takes six significant figures after decimal. If I want to limit it to, let's say 3, so I'll give dot 3f. And if I will run it again, so यहाँ पे there will be 3 significant figures. So uh, this is how you use modifier. Let me take another example. So I am using, let's say I am using b and I am giving some large number 3, 4, something like this. Okay. And I'll use, let's say, another modifier. What is that another comma I was intending to use? So you can see here, comma is used as a 1000 separator. So unit 10, 100 and then comma 1000, 10,000 comma like that, right? We used to do. So it will do that. So for using this 1000 separator, I'll use comma like this. And if I'll run this, okay, here I have to use B. If I'll run this, you can see this comma is separated after every 1000 value like this. Okay. So there are many modifiers which you can use inside placeholder. So what we have seen here, so we have seen all of these, right? Variables ka usage in placeholder f string, this thing in f string, this thing in f string, and this thing in f string. And I wanted to cover it in very detail because f string are used in modern Python programming and coding. So if you will be encountering the production grade Python codes, you will be seeing f string a lot. So you should understand f string, how they can be used, and there are many ways in which you can use. I hope it's clear. So what we have studied so far. Okay, so this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done, and this is also done. Next is print using separate and end keyword. Okay, we will continue this, but before that, let's have a quiz. Okay, so 1 second. Where is ACE cohort? ACE. Let me add page. Today is 4th July, right? Sorry, 7th July. No, what is
Fourth
today?
only.
4th
Fourth
only,
only.
na?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
okay. 4th July. Okay, so print statement. Agenda was print statement. How many? 9 usages we are seeing today, right? Okay. Okay, so what you can do now, I will open. So we will be having quiz on data types and variables. So you guys can open menti.com on your mobile or on your system. And okay. So we will be having Python data types quiz today. And I don't know who knows about menti.com and who don't know about it, but menti.com, this is for live quizzing. So the score, everything will be tracked in the real time. So once you open menti.com, you have to enter this code 79349258. I'll wait for a minute or two. So you open menti.com, you can see it is coming on the screen also, menti.com, and then the code is coming. Please enter that code
7934.
9258. Two players have joined. I'll wait for some times. I want to see all the players joining in for the quiz. Don't shy. Just attempt as per what you know. It will be a simple quiz, don't worry. Okay, 8 players are ready. Still few more to join. Please open menti.com and join in the quiz. I can see 9 players are ready. Okay, 9 are ready. Okay, last 10 seconds. Whoever not joined, please join the quiz. 10 are ready now. Nice. Okay, I can start the quiz now. So I am starting the quiz. Pay attention. So you have to answer, it's kind of a fastest finger first. So what is the correct way to assign a value to a variable in Python? These are your 4 options. Select the correct option. So it's a fastest finger first. Everyone has voted. The correct option is the third option, x equal to 10. Let's go to the leaderboard to see who is leading the charts. Okay, I think Supriya is fastest to answer. So Supriya is first, Neeta is second, Pushpraj is third. Okay. Let's go to question number 2. So question number 2, here it comes on your screen. What will be the type of variable x equal to 10 by 2 in Python? These are the options. The correct answer is float. Okay. It's not int, it's not like Java, it's float. And it will go to the leaderboard. Let's see who have answered it correctly. Pushpraj, Mandar, and Millie. Mandar is fastest to answer. So Pushpraj is leading now. Mandar second, Millie third. Okay. Question number 3 comes on your screen now. Which of the following is a valid variable name in Python? These are your options. Okay, I think one has still not. Okay, everyone has voted now. Okay, the correct answer is the second option, variable underscore 1. In the last option, there is a space between variable and 1. So it's not the correct answer. If we'll go to the leaderboard. These are the people who have answered it correctly. Mandar is fastest, so Mandar is leading the chart now. Pushparaj is second, Sharat is third. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 4, I believe. Yes, question number 4. Here it comes on your screen. What the output of print type oct2? These are your option. And I think I have explicitly covered this topic in the last class. I mean the first class. So when you print type of a octal number, what is the output that you get? Is the question. So correct answer is STR because octal number are basically denoted using one character O in it, right? 8O, something like that. So as O is there, so instead of int, it is basically str class because there is one character which is used to denote octal number and there is no class OCT in Python. Okay, these are the people who have answered it correctly. And let's see who had answered it fastest. Sarat is fastest. Now Sharat is leading the chart. Mandar is second. Pushparaj third. Supriya fourth. Okay. Let's go to next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 comes on your screen now. Which of the following is not a Python built-in data type? Tricky question. Which is not a built-in data type in Python? The correct answer is array list. And most of you have answered it correctly. Let's go to the leaderboard, see who is leading the charts now. Sharath is again fastest. The chart looks same as it was looking before. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 6. Question number 6 comes on your screen now. Okay, what is the type of this particular in Python, the value that I have mentioned here? Is it list? Is it tuple? Is it dict? Is it set? Should be easy question, right? Okay, everyone has voted. The correct answer is set. So this is a set. Set is basically denoted using curly braces, tuple using circular braces, and list using square brackets. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who is leading the chart. Supriya is coming first in the list now. Sharath second, Mandar third. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 7. Question number 7 comes, oh, and this is the last question, and winner will be decided based on this particular question. So pay attention. Massage your fingers before you answer it fast. Okay. Okay. Last question comes on your screen now. What will be the output of type none? Okay, everyone has voted. The correct answer is none type. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who is our today's Menti winner. Okay. Sharath is fastest, I believe, to answer it. Okay. I think Supriya is our winner, Menti's winner, today's winner. Congrats, Supriya. Okay. 1 second. Cool. So these are our winners. Give me a second. So Supriya, Menti Top Guns first, and Sharath is second. Third is Mandar. So let me just give you the tag. Supriya, Menti Top Gun 1, and then the Menti Top Gun 2 is Sharath. And Menti Top Gun 3 is Mandar. Congrats to all Menti winners. Cool. Okay. So we will take a break now. And after the break, we will discuss on these four parts, and this also I want to cover. I mean, I've already covered it briefly, but yeah, what is the importance of mentioning this here in this mind map? So we'll cover that as well. Any questions before we break out for the break? Is the speed fine? Are you guys able to understand it? Understand any feedback, anything from your side?
I think
Oh,
speed is
It
okay.
is fine.
okay, cool. Okay, so let me start. Counter for 20 minutes break. Cool. See you in 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, 1 second. I will just add one Python roadmap sheet in this. Okay, Python level 1, right? That is what we are doing. Intro, data types, variables, naming conventions, comments, print statement, taking input, conditional statement, loops, operators, and then finally type conversion, right? So this is what we are going to cover in Python level 1. And what we have done so far, this much we have done. This is what we are doing currently. Okay. So print statement, we are going to, okay, so the next thing is we are going to see separator and end keyword. This one. Okay. This is 6th, I believe. Hmm. Print using step and end. Okay. Now, what is SCP and what is END? So SEP and END, basically SEP stands for separator and stands for ending. So total argument in the print function, again repeating again and again so that it will not confuse you. So it is 0, 1 or more than 1. So when we talk about sep keyword or separator, so it can be only applied when print has more than one argument. It can be applied with 0 and 1 argument also, but no change will happen. So what I mean is, if I'll use print 2, 3, SCP I give, sep I can give anything. Let's say I'm giving asterisk. If I'll run it, what is happening here? You can see separator means separator character. You want to separate these two values. So that will come in between. Now I told you that separator can be applied when you have more than one argument. यहाँ पे how many arguments you have? You have 2 arguments, right? So it is applied. Similarly, you can have any number of data types and any number of arguments, let's say. And if you'll run again between each of these values, separator, whatever you have given in separator will be applied. Separator for what do you say, less than 1 or just for one value, let's say if I'll use, it will not have any effect. Let's say if I use any other separator now, it will not have any effect because there is nothing to separate. It will print 2 and then nothing will be there, right? So that's what it means that separator can be applied when print has more than one argument. It can be applied with 0 argument also and 1 argument also, but no change will happen. So 0 argument I'm not covering on purpose now. I'll cover it in some time. So separator is basically It is used to separate the values. Now, this is separator. Now we will see AND. Okay. So AND can be applied with any number of arguments. So let's start one by one. So we'll take one argument, and AND I will give. Let's say here I give S. Anything I can give. So it will print the value and AND it with the character that I'm giving in AND. So the output will be 2S. Similarly, so we have applied this in one argument. Let's have few more arguments in print statement. Let's say like this, and I'm giving 98. Let's say if I'll run it. Okay, यहाँ से what happened, man? Okay, this is the second line it is printing. And at the end, it is giving 98. So you can see 98 is getting printed at the end. So you can use AND with the one argument, more than one argument. And in fact, you can use without any argument. So let's say I'm not giving any argument. I'm just giving AND here. And let's say at the rate I'm giving. And if I'll run it, it is printing. Okay. It is just printing at the rate here. Okay. So this is about separator and AND. Now let's talk about default values of separator and AND. What is default value? Means normally when you are using print statement, let's say, so what is the default value of SEP here? I'm not giving explicitly SCP, but default value it will take. Let's see what happens. So when I run it, you can see it is separated by a space, right? So we can say that default value of SCP is space. Okay. Now let's see default value of AND. Let's say print 2, and let's print it another 3. Print 3. Let me comment this out so that you can understand. So if I'll run this, you can see it printed 2 and then it has ended it, right? It is not continue to print in the next line. So we can say that it has started printing to next line, right? So we can say that default value of AND is new line, right? That means if you don't mention these SCP and END, they still apply in print statement. It's just that the default value is a space for SCP and new line for AND. So this is about default value of SCP and AND keywords. Now, let's try to use them together. SCP and END together. So let's say I'm using print 2, 3, 4, SCP equal to, I'm giving separator as a keyword, and I am giving as, let's say, comma. So what will happen? It will print 2 and then 3 and 4 it will print, and separator is a, so it will add a here between these value, and then last may end is comma, so last may it will put one comma. If I'll run it, so you can see 2a, 3a, 4, and then comma. Okay. So this is about separator and AND together. And okay, let me ask a question. And I need a volunteer, or otherwise I'll pick up myself. Any volunteer for this question? Anyone? Okay, so I think Sharath, can you unmute? Okay, Mandar. Okay, yes, Mandar, you can unmute yourself. So what should be the output of this?
It should be, I think, hi, hello, and ideally at symbol, but you are giving single quote, so probably hi, hello, and at.
Okay, this is fine. You can give it
That's
in
fine.
double quotes also. That is, it will be same single or double. That's
I
fine.
think hi, hello. Oh, response framework.
Hi, hello,
It
and
will be
at the
hi plus hello only because there is no comma
Nothing
between
will be
these
there.
two.
Yes,
No comma
right.
between these two, so it will not add
Correct.
separator.
because it is only having one argument. It will be
One.
considered as one. And separator, there will not be error when you apply it in one argument, but it will not be applied. So hi, hello is the output. Now for this, if I will print this,
Then now it will come in between.
so now it will come in between. Hi @ hello. Okay, good. So this is about separator and what do you say? And keyword. So next is printing new line and in same line. Okay. So printing new line and in same line.
Abhinav, after
7.
selecting markdown, what key you choose it?
Which key? No, nothing.
To give the markdown. When I just give markdown and type something, to me it doesn't come the way coming for you. Which
You
key you
have to.
press after that?
I don't press anything. You just have to click on this cell and then change to markdown. That is one way. Or you can select this cell, press escape. So escape me, you can see, right? It has gone into the command mode. So in command mode, you can press M.
Okay.
Okay. So printing in same line versus new line. Okay. Okay. So I have these two statements, print 2, print 3. If I run this, it is printing 2 and 3 new line. Can anyone tell me how we can print 2 and 3 using these two print statement only, so that 2 and 3 can be printed in the same line? Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah.
How we can do that? You don't have to, you have to just make changes in this code. You don't have to remove these print statement.
Add some slash tab or something, slash key or something. Will
Slash
print in the
not,
same line.
okay. Tell me, I'll write it down.
No, I'm not sure. Java, I'm telling you. I mean, print ln it will print next line.
Yeah, so
But
println
if
is
you put,
new line there and print is same line
yeah,
there. But here it is print only. So you have to adjust from this print only. Okay, think how you can do that.
Something related to end will come.
What is that? What it should be?
Yes, I'm just checking that. And equals to comma. And equals to, you want in the same line. And equals
2
to
and 3
space
should be.
if we give.
Hmm.
space we can give end equals to space in the first print line.
Correct. If we'll give space, 2 space
Yeah.
3, if we'll just give like this, so it will be continuous. So space. So printing in same line can be done like this. Okay. So it is using end. Now next is printing in new line. So I am doing this print 2, print 3. It is running. It is by default giving it in new line. Now we can add an empty line using /n. So if I'll do like this, what should be the output? Can anyone tell me?
2, and then next line empty, and then 3.
One more
Um,
actually.
One more
um,
line will come in between, but empty line.
How many empty line?
1, no? Because we added only one /n.
Okay, let me surprise you.
2,
How many are coming?
2 lines.
Why it is coming? Can anyone tell me?
Can you
Print itself giving
put
one
hash?
line.
Can you put hash
Right.
for the print /n and just see what is the outcome? Does it give one space in between? Put the hash to the second line once. Comment it out the second line.
Mm-hmm. And what
The
should I
print
do?
once. No, just run it. Code,
Hmm.
just run it. I just want to see, does it give the space already?
No.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Hmm.
So it is having 2
Why
space.
2 lines?
Print
Is it
itself
because
giving
print
one
2?
line, then /n giving another line.
So why it is? Okay, what is the default value of end? I will write down
Line
to what is the default value?
/n.
Okay, this is /n. And let's say if I'm printing 3, what will be the default value? Again, /n. /n. So if I run it, it is printing same, right? What it means is that print 2 is equivalent to this statement. By default, /n is added. Print 3 is equivalent to this statement. Now, what is the equivalent of this? Equivalent will be print n, and end may again by default it will add new line, correct? So now what happened? So this code is equivalent to this code. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Just focus here. It will print 2. It will add new line. So control is here now. Okay. So new line पे next line what we are printing? New line. So यहाँ से control is here, right? So from this line it will print new line. So यहाँ पे new line, one more new line will come. And then it is ending with new line. So यहाँ पे control will come here now at this point. And यहाँ पे what you are printing? You are printing 3. So 3 will print here and it will end with a new line. So output will be 2 and then there will be 2 new lines. So same output.
So
Okay.
for one line gap, we have to explicitly mention that and equal to some space or something.
Sorry, your voice is a little hazy. Antriksh, can you repeat?
Yeah. So for just only one line gap, we have to explicit mention and equal to some.
Okay. And equal to, okay, there are 2 ways. Very good point. If I'll do and like this, if I'll run, it is adding one line here, right? So यहाँ पे here if you are ending, if you want one line, so you just like this, you can mention, and if you run, you will get only one line. That is the way. Second way is if you want a new line in between, so you use print, and then now comes the concept of printing using 0 argument. You can use just empty print statement, and if you'll run, it will again add a new line like this. So to add a new line, you have to use either this or either this, but not this, because if you use like this, it will add how many new lines? It will add two new lines. So this is a very confusing, not confusing, this is a pitfall and a tricky question that people may ask you in interviews, and you may get confused actually. But if whenever you are thinking about it and if you get confused, just think with the perspective of the default end value that is being put in print statement when it is not explicitly mentioned. Okay. Okay, this is one thing. So this is about printing new line and in same line. Next is print in single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. Okay, you see, Priya, you were asking now. So I'm clicking on this cell, and then you can see this blue border is coming up. Now, if I'll press escape key, this blue border will go outside. So outside blue border outside represents command mode. So if I'll press escape, you can see blue border went outside, right?
Right.
And when I click M, it will be selected as markdown. So now this is a markdown.
Okay, let me try.
And this is point number 8. Printing using single, double, and triple quotes. Okay. Now, single quote simple है. Print high. It will print high. Double quotes, again simple. Sorry. Print high, simple. Now, if you are using single quote, then using of double quote inside it. Okay. Okay, first of all, let's use another statement. Hi, my name is Antriksh. Okay, I'm using single quote here. Now, I cannot use another single quote inside it. It will give error. If I want to use another single quote inside it, okay, so this will be error. Because I am using single quote inside it. But if I want to use single quote inside a string that I have created using single quote, I will use escape sequence. Okay. So backslash marunga. If I'll hit backslash, it will become escape sequence. And if I'll run it, it will print hi, my name, and then single quote it is printing is Antriksh. Okay. One is this. Second is if I'm using single quote, hi, my name is Antriksh. Okay. So when I'm using single quote, I can use double quote inside it without any issue. I don't have to use escape sequence. Okay. If I use escape sequence, then also nothing will happen. So it is like over engineering. So you don't have to use backslash here. You can, so inside single quote, you can easily use double quote. Inside single quote, if you want to use single quote, you have to use you have to use using escape sequence, otherwise error. Same thing applies in double quote also. So print, let's say, hi, my name is Supriya. Okay. Now inside this, if I will use double quote, it will give error. Okay. But if I'll use, let's say, print, hi, my name is Supriya. And if I want to use double quote inside it, using double quote inside double quote, you have to use backward slash That means escape sequence. If you'll run it, it will print, hi, my name is Supriya. Okay. And then if you want to use single quote inside double quote, you can use aram se. You run, it will run. You can use backward slash means escape sequence also like this. But again, that's a over engineering. You cannot, you can, use single quote in a string with double quote. So what is the rule that we have learned? When we are using single quote, so inside single quote, single quote cannot be used directly. This is first point. To use single quote, use escape sequence, which is what? Backward slash. Inside single quote, you can use double quotes with and without escape sequence. Got it? Okay, 1 second. Oh, hold on, please. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So this is about usage of single and double quotes. And next thing is usage of triple quotes. Now, triple quotes, again, you can, you can form triple quotes in two ways. The next point is triple quotes. So triple quotes can be formed using 3 single quote. For example, print. 3 single quotes I am using. And inside single quote, I can write my name is who else? Nita. If I'll run this, my name is Nita is coming. Now, what is the difference between using triple quote? Why are we taking pain to type 3 quotes, right? Instead of 1 quote also we can do, right? Because using triple quote, triple single quotes, I can print in multiple lines. So if I'll enter here like this, it will still work. But if I would have used single quotes here or double quote, it will be error. Okay. So the usage of triple quote is to print in multiple line. Okay. Am I audible? I got a message and my internet is unstable. I think, I don't know. Am I audible? Fine.
Yes.
Okay. So this is triple quotes using single quotes, 3 single quote.
And the
Second,
space is gives based on the how much space you have given between these two lines, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So it is to basically kind of a paragraph if you want to write in print statement. So you can use triple quotes, and you can use 3 double quotes also. So यहाँ पे अगर मैं प्रिंट करूँ my name is Priya. So okay.
Oh, this is kind of comment if you want to add in
नहीं
your own way.
नहीं नहीं not comment.
In a
This is a
paragraph, basically.
हाँ this is a multi-line
Multi-line
string.
paragraph.
So this is how you can use triple quotes. Now let's talk about pitfalls. So what are the pitfalls? So pitfall is okay. Again, one more thing I want to show. So inside, so when you are using triple quotes, inside triple quotes, you can use double quote also. My name official, something like this. If I'm giving, and if I'll try to run, what will happen? It is printing this. My name official is okay. But single quote के अंदर, if I'll give single quote like this, it will again take because we are using triple quotes here. So inside triple quote, we can use single and double quote inside triple quote without any issue. Okay. Similarly, my यहाँ पे if I'll give my official and if I'll run, it will still print. Okay. So that is the usage of triple quote. Multiple line, I mean paragraph kind of a statement. And you can use single quote and double quote without any issue. Now, when we talk about pitfalls. So let's talk about pitfalls. So let's say I am printing print thank you. Okay, triple quotes if I'm using mm, triple quotes to print thank you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I'll run, it is fine. Now, if I have to use one double quote inside it, I can use it here. No issue. I can use it here. No issue. But I cannot use it here. If I'll use it here, it will say error because now this triple quote become quadra quote, right? So there is no concept of quadra quote in Python. So यहाँ पे error आएगा. So if you want to use that, you just put a space between that and it will work fine. So just remember this. So this is error. Okay. Now print similarly 3 triple quotes using single quotes you are giving thank you. This is also if I'll do like this it will be error. Error. Similarly यहाँ पे भी if you will give starting also that will again be an error. So these are some of the pitfalls you have to remember. Okay, so this is about print new line done, print using single quote, double quote, triple quotes done. Last is print using asterisk symbol. Okay. Print using asterisk symbol or asterisk operator we can say. Okay. Now what happens? Let's say if I'm doing print and I'm typing hi and asterisk 3 I am giving. So what will happen? It will print hi 3 times. Hi, hi, hi. If you want, if you'll put a space, so it will be the output will be little bit clean. Hi, 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 something like this. Okay. So what will be the output? I want someone from the crowd. Anyone wants to volunteer? Okay, Sharath, you were left last time, so you can unmute. Tell me what is the output of this. Sharath. Hey, Sharath. Okay, I think Sharath is having his
Can I?
breakfast. Yeah, Priya.
So whatever you have given inside this bracket, which is
Yeah.
called as a list, this three list will get repeated 3 times without space.
Okay, so what will happen here? It will be considered as a one list only, but items in the list will be repeated like this.
Okay. Bracket won't come.
Okay. So what will be the output of this? Priya, what will be the
I'm just
output?
thinking. Instead of
It-
2 multiplied by 3. There's only so much, right?
Yeah,
So 2, 3 times will come.
2-3 times. Okay, what is the
No,
output?
okay, multiply just. mm,
Okay, you are using operator directly on values, right? So just don't get confused. So you are using asterisk. It is repeating on string values. For normal string, it is a
We'll
multiplication.
consider as a multiplication operator only. Okay.
Okay, what will be the output of
If we give 2 times.
2 into 3?
3 times true.
No, 2
Hmm.
no. Oh, oh. One question I have now.
Hmm.
Line number 69.
Hmm.
So whatever we give the first, it has to be a string only, or it can
I
be
will
any
come to
data
that.
type.
I will come to that.
Because that's where now I'm confused. If that has to be string only, then because it's not in the double quote.
इसका क्या output होगा?
It's true considered as probably 1 or 0 like that, and
So true is considered as 1.
1.
1 into 3, 3.
So this worked as a multiple operator here then.
1, 2, 3. This is a set. What will be the output of this?
This will be similar to 70, just that curly braces will come at the end.
Acha, okay.
No?
What is the output?
Okay.
Unsupported operands.
okay, fine. If we change set in the set to a string or something, will it do?
So it cannot be applied on set.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Only in the
Now
list.
let me give you the rule. Okay, 1 second.
So
Okay.
can hold quick direction.
Let's do blackboarding on this. So we are talking about asterisk usage in print on different data types, right? So it works on, okay, so let's take the example of numeric data type first. Okay, numeric mein what all are there? We have integer int, then we have bin oct hex, right? Wait. Numeric is basically into 3 parts, right? So first is integer, second is float, third is complex numbers, right? Integer pe, if we focus on integer is int, oct, hex, binary. So this is, let's say, int देन वी हैव बाइनरी नंबर बेस 2 होता है, ऑक्टल बेस 8 होता है, हेक्साडेसिमल बेस 16 होता है. ओके, एंड नॉर्मल इंटीजर इज अ डेसिमल नंबर विच इज इन बेसिकली ये वाला. ये हो गया. वन इज न्यूमेरिक. देन वी हैव स्ट्रिंग. ओके, एंड sequence type में string. Then we have list and tuple. Okay, these are sequence type, and then we have set and dictionary, which are part of collection data structure but not part of sequence data type. Sequence data types are these three only, right? String, list, tuple, numeric, set, dictionary. What else is left? None. None is left. And यहाँ पे we will take boolean also. Boolean. और कुछ बचा? That's it, right? So, okay, now let's see what happens. So, int pay it, basically what it will do, it will multiply because it's a normal multiplication operation, right? Bin, oct, hex में it will repeat the number. Float में it will multiply. Complex में it repeats the number. Repeats, I believe. Let's see that. We will check this. String में it repeats. List, tuple, okay, all these three it repeats basically. ठीक है. Set and dictionary में it throws error. अभी देखा ना हमने, set में it was throwing error. None में क्या होता है? None में भी it should give error. ठीक है, इसको let's save it first. Asterisk. ठीक है. Now let's open that. ठीक है, now let's validate it one by one. Okay. Int का देख लिया हमने, it is multiplying, right? Multiply. Now let's take octal number. So let's say print, I am taking octal number OCT of, let's say, 2 multiply by 3. क्या आता है? It is repeating. Octal number 2 is represented by 002. 02 is the octal number, and multiply by 3, it is repeating 02, 02, 02. ऑक्टल के बाद क्या आता है? बाइनरी. ओके, सॉरी, ऑक्टल से पहले बाइनरी कम्स. लेट्स टेक बाइनरी number into 3. When I'll do, it will repeat this also. Binary is represented by 0b, 0b1, 0b1 3 times. Hexadecimal, print hexadecimal of, let's say, 12 into 3, 0xc, 0xc, 0xc. It is repeating. अच्छा, ऑक्टल में एक 12 का 14. Okay, so this is proved. This we have seen, right? ये prove हो गया. Now let's see float वाला part. Let's take float number. Print 3.4 into 3. Normal multiplication is happening. ठीक है, float का भी prove हो गया. This is proved. This is proved. Complex देखते हैं. Print complex. Okay. Complex of this ले लेते हैं तो ये complex कर देगा. Into 3. Okay, 1 second. Complex. 2,3j. अगर ऐसे कॉम्प्लेक्स लिख रहे हैं into 3, तो इट इज रिपीटिंग. ओके, 2,3j and इसका type एक बार let's print the type. क्योंकि complex can be done in two ways, right? So 2,3j का type will come as type of okay, it is coming as tuple basically. Okay, so there is a tricky part here. So 2,3j is basically considered as a tuple. Okay. Now, agar if I will take it as complex, यहाँ पे if I'll write it down as 2, now it is complex. मतलब my what I'm trying to say here is that uh, if I want to print the complex of any number, I'll print it like this. So this is the complex number 2 plus 0j. यहाँ पे this is a tuple, okay? So if I'll print it as this and if I'll run it, it is 6 plus 9j. So my bad here. So complex में भी यहाँ पे it is basically it multiplies. यहाँ पे this is multiply, okay? So you can correct this. It multiplies. Because what happens sometimes people used to denote complex number using comma also, which is not a correct way. It is basically that is something which basically denotes the tuple. So tuple, if you will do tuple, it will basically repeat. So complex may also it multiplies. So for every numeric type, it multiplies. यहाँ पे भी it is multiplies. Except this bin, oct and hex. यहाँ पे it repeats. Okay. अभी next क्या है? Boolean. Let's see Boolean. So Boolean का we have seen. Boolean में भी it multiplies. Correct? I forgot to write that down. Let me correct this. यहाँ पे Boolean का यहाँ पे it multiplies and यहाँ पे भी it is not repeat. Complex भी क्या होता है? Multiplies. And complex number का example is some 2 plus let's say 5j. This is the complex number if you want to check it. So I have saved it. What is this? So this is the this is what we have seen so far. ये वाला हमने देख लिया अभी. Now let's come to sequence data type. String, list or tuple. String का we have seen it repeats, right? High into 3 we have seen it repeats. Let's see list now. 1 comma 2 comma 3 into 3. So elements will get added and it repeats. Print, let's take tuple now 1 comma 2 and into 3 we do. Again it repeats. So string, list, tuple we have seen it repeats. Set and dictionary mein it gives error, that also we have seen. So print 1 comma 2 comma 3 into 3, when we will print it will give error, right? Unsupported operand type, set and int. Okay, so यहाँ पे this is error. Similarly dictionary, let's see कि dictionary में क्या होता है. So let's create a dictionary. Name, Priya, and let's say roll number equal to 2. So this is a dictionary and I want to use asterisk 3 times. What will happen? Error. Okay. Okay, यहाँ पे sorry, this is wrongly I have given. Now let's see what happens. It is throwing error. Unsupported operand type for asterisk. This error is coming. So this is error. Cool. So ये देख लिया हमने. So what we have seen this thing, we have seen this thing. Now we have also seen this thing, error. Now none, only none is left, right? So let's see none में क्या होता है. Print none into 3 times, error. ये error इस पे भी it is not supported. So this is also error. Okay, so this is about what you say. इसको भी मैं ना just copy this and I'll share it on the chat with you guys. Okay, now tell me what benefit we are getting using asterisk symbol. Why it is used? We don't want to play with these to repeat again and again, right? What, there should be something, right? Anyone can tell me the actual usage of this particular thing? Umar, Pushparaj, anyone? Mandar, anyone? Why we are using asterisk here?
Multiply the inputs on the value.
नहीं, multiply तो integer में we are doing. String में wherever we are repeating it, string में we are repeating it, right? Why we are using that repeat functionality? Why Python has given this repeat functionality in print statement? Okay, let's say you are writing a code. Okay, you are writing the logs or something. So you are writing print you are writing like this. You don't know how many asterisks you have added here. Then you are using print execution starts, then print execution ends, and in between you are printing many other things, right? Logs, whatever, 1,000 line of code is there, and you are printing logs, and at the end also you are adding some asterisk, and you don't remember ki shuru mein how many you have added. So if you will add, you can see this ununiformity is there, right? But if you will use, let's say, asterisk symbol, and यहाँ पे you just use asterisk, and you have decided, okay, I will use it, let's say 20 times everywhere wherever I will use asterisk as a separator in print statement. So यहाँ पे भी 20 you can give, and instead of this you can just give repetition. यहाँ पे variable दिया, you have just used value repetition की 20, and into यहाँ पे you have given repetition into repetition. Now what will happen if you run this code? You will get this uniform asterisk in the output and in the log. So that is one of the best use case of using this asterisk. You got the point, right? Anyone has any confusion? I think people are. Is 3 hour class too much?
No, that's fine. Not sleeping. If you're thinking we are sleeping, we are not.
No, we are paying attention. Yeah.
You're getting.
No, I was still thinking, like, apart from this, what else can be the usage? So,
So this is how basically this is I mean mainly used logging में it helps.
Mhm.
So yeah, so this is basic usage, you can say. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so any doubt in this, whatever we have discussed?
no, it's clear.
Cool. So this is what, so this is the print using asterisk symbol, and I think we have completed this print statement, right? I think we have covered everything, right? And yeah, so there are 9 usage. You will not get all the usage at one place on the internet. You will get in by parts. So this is the whole Jupyter notebook that we have created on Python print statement. So let's go to our agenda. This is print and then user input. How to take user input is what we will discuss. Let's go to Python roadmap. Print statement done, completed. Okay. Now taking input is what we will see. This is done. Okay. Now let's go to the next part, which is taking how to take user input basically. Okay. I'll try to open my PPTs user input. Okay. So for taking user input, we are basically using input function, which will ask you to take the input from the user from the console. And when you talk about input statement, it always return a string. And when we talk about the arguments, how many arguments it can take, arguments that it can take. So when calling function, you can use 0 arguments and 1 argument. Using greater than 1 argument, it will create error. It will throw error. So you can only use 0 and 1 arguments in input statement. So if I will go to, I'll create one, I'll continue in this notebook only. And I will user input in what? In Python. And इससे पहले 2 lines I will print. If I'll run it, okay. User input in Python. So let's talk about 0 arguments. So let's say I have to decide one input equal to, okay, instead of input, let's take s equal to input like this. 1 second. And I'll write print statement. User input is, and this is I'm printing. So what will happen if I'll run this? You can see here it is asking for user input. Okay. So hello AI I am giving. If I'll print enter, so it will, whatever hello AI I have given, it will go inside the value, inside this variable s, and it will print that value hello AI. Here I have given 0 argument. If I give one argument, so S equal to input, let's say enter your name I'm giving, and then print user name is like this, I am giving S, and if I'll run it, so whatever message that you want to get it displayed to user while he can enter the value, so it will print enter your name is coming. And if I'll give Abhinav here, enter it, so username is Abhinav, it is coming. So this is how 0 argument, 1 argument it can take. Now let's discuss more than 1 argument. If I'll give S equal to input and enter your name, comma, enter your age, if I am giving 2 and printing just S, it will throw error. It will say that it takes from 1 to 2 positional argument, kernel takes from 1 to 2 positional argument, but 3 are given. Okay. 3 is given because by default 1 argument it takes to enter, and then whatever you are giving, it is basically taking that. So यहाँ पे you cannot give more than 3 argument inside input function. So यहाँ पे it will throw error. Okay. So this is about input. Okay, and again one thing, the okay data type of input default.
So you said only one argument input can take, right?
Yes.
Okay.
0 or 1. Default data type of input. So when I talk S equal to input and print S plus 3 I'm giving, and let's say when I run it, so I'm giving entering 2, thinking that okay, this is a number, and in my output it will sum up and give me 5 as a result. But when I'll run it, it will show error. It will show error because this is can only concatenate a string, because S is a string here, this 2 is a string, and string के साथ if you want to concatenate 3, it will not do, right? If I'll use this, if I'll run, it will print 23. If I'll give 2, I enter, it is printing 23 because यहाँ पे S is 2. S is 2. What 2? This is a string type of 2, and then I'm doing 3 like this. So 2 plus 3 when I'm doing, it is printing 23 like this.
Concatenation.
It is doing concatenation. Now question comes on how to use input value as integer. What I will do?
S equals to input in bracket int.
Yeah. So what we will do, there are 2 ways. S equal to int I am doing, and then whatever input I am giving like this. So it will by default convert. If I'll do print S plus 2, if I'll run it, if I'll enter 3, so it will sum up. So यहाँ पे it is input is a string, and now in order to convert a string to integer, I'll use int function like this, and then it will convert. And second way is using it in the different line. So how to use that in different line? As equal to input I am giving, and then यहाँ पे print, when print statement, I'll convert like this, int s plus 3. So यहाँ पे 2 if I'll give, again it will print 5. So like this you can do the conversion. The default data type of input thing that you are inputting is basically string only. Okay. So this is for today's lecture. I believe this is
Oh,
all for today's lecture.
one
Yeah,
question, Abhinav, on
yeah.
this. So if we have a s equal to say input, right, and I
Mhm.
write print s into 4, okay. Now if I put anything over there, it will be treated as a string, and what we have seen earlier, right, repetition, it ideally will repeat it, right?
Okay, you mean to say yes, s equal to input and print s into 3.
Yeah.
So if you will enter 2 also, it will repeat 3 times, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So this is uh, Python and print statement and user in. I'll share this notebook with you guys. Please don't share it with anyone else. Use it for your own reference. Otherwise, what happens na duplicacy and the content theft happens. So please strictly you use it for your own purpose. Gmail.com. One second. Contacts. Mhm. There is one more ID which I have to add. Nita's ID. I will add it on in the contact list later on. Let me add it manually. Nita Shetty. Okay, I've shared this notebook. You guys can check and someone can, just confirm me whether you guys have got the notebook or not. So you can, what you have to do, you can you can import that notebook in your Jupyter notebook and one line by line, start whenever you are, revising your concepts, you can start from the first line and then,
Yeah, we receive when I received at least.
Can
okay.
we share recording also now? Later?
Yeah, recording also I'll share. So recording, what is the cases? So recording I'll be keeping visible for 10 days. After that, I'll make the video private. Again, the same concept, just to avoid the copyright and I mean, just to enable the copyright and to avoid the content theft. But in case, let's say if I'll make it private and later on, if you want to see that video again, you can just personally let me know. I can make it, unlisted again. You can see that video. Once you see that, you just let me know. I can make it private again. Something like that we can work out. So this is about today's lesson, lecture. Tomorrow we will start our lecture at 10 a.m. So from 10 to 12, we will be having our class 2 hours. And tomorrow, what we are going to cover is 5th July. Okay, agenda will be conditional statements, loops, and probably operators. If we'll get some time, let's see how much we can cover type conversion. So we have a 2 hours tomorrow. We will not be able to cover everything. Let's see whatever we can cover. यहाँ पे we have covered this, right? And yeah, that's about it. Any feedback? Are you guys understanding? Lectures boring, interesting? Okay. I want to
Any
hear the
online
feedback.
book you would suggest, or I mean anything where we can go through for Python in more detail, which you would have
W3
noticed like it's good.
schools.
Okay, that's
W3
the only
schools.
one. Okay.
W3 schools is good. Okay, cool. I think that's it then. Thank you guys. Have a nice
Thank
day
you.
ahead, and
Thank
we
you.
will meet
Bye-bye.
tomorrow at 10 a.m.
10. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
You.